What's going on to you, Sagittarius? So for you, Sagittarius, you have, oh, by the way, there's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website in which it has the ways you can financially support the channel. Please go ahead and keep supporting the channel, all right? I'm letting y'all know so I can go ahead and keep the show going. Shout outs to everybody that has came through and reached out for a private reading or got my book so far. And the new year literally just began. I just want to say that I am very much so thankful and I am humbled with all the love that y'all have shown me over the years, not just now. And I really do have the best subscribers on YouTube. I can't say it enough. Thank y'all so much. I asked for 10,000. I'll be here all day, but I asked for 10,000 subscribers, and that's what it is that y'all gave me. So thank y'all so much. But for you, Sagittarius, you have the Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Wands represent significant changes, or the little changes that you are making, the little subtle adjustments that you're making here and there to your life. Overall, the Eight of Pentacles represents the self-improvement that comes along with it. Paying attention to what it is that you need to do. And like it is that I said before, the Three of Wands represents that self-adjustment. And you realize that you're in a better position because a lot of you Sagittarius have that internal self-discipline, as you should. If you don't have discipline, trust me, you're nothing. You know? That's what it's all about. And a lot of you, I put this in the title, a lot of people ain't going to hear talking about discipline, but it's the truth though. And the thing about it is that the Knight of Pentacles is all about how, and because of it, that's what's going to have you become a better person overall. The Knight of Pentacles represents you, but it also represents what it is that you're qualified for as far as the quality of the people, right, that you find yourself trying to get to know. The better of a person, the more well-rounded you are, the better qualified you are to get anything. That's the reason why it is that you want to make yourself better, not just externally, but internally as well. You Sagittarius want to be able to relate to a lot of different people, honestly. You want to be able to speak from the heart, honestly. You want to have your financial game together. You want all those things to be honest about yourselves. They're raising up the shoreline. Don't worry about it. That banging that you're hearing, right? They're raising up the shoreline. So as a result of this, you Sagittarius very much so have become better, more well-rounded people. Because I've said this before and I'm going to say this again. Who you Sagittarius were a few years ago, 3 years ago in 2020 compared to, no, not even 2020. Yeah, 2020, 2021. Who you Sagittarius were 3 years ago, 4 years ago compared to now. A lot of you are way wiser. See, a lot of you Sagittarius will be very much so book smart and stuff like this. Book smart. But a lot of you won't be ultimately very wise. And the Lovers now and the Ten of Swords are all about how you've realized that you have to bring something to the table. You have to be the obvious choice as to why a person would want to date you. And you're right. And that's why you got the Lovers and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords comes from people will play you out, and I'm talking about it. The idea that you Sagittarius are absolutely right. You're supposed to become the obvious choice. Why people would want to date you. You're supposed to become the obvious choice, yes. But see, whenever it is Sagittarius that people want to play stupid and want to act like they don't see you and all this other type of crap, right? When they start talking about they're looking for a good individual and then for some odd reason they can't seem to really find it, those are the people ultimately that you really want to stay away from. And the reason why it is I'm saying that in the first place is because of the fact that they're disingenuous, Sagittarius. They're disingenuous, Sag. To you Sagittarius, anyway, they're being disingenuous. And what I mean by that is you're the obvious choice. So why wouldn't they date you? They won't date you because they know that you're the obvious choice. They're looking for dysfunctional people, but then they're going to ultimately complain about it for the attention. I can't believe I did all of this, and look at what a great person I am. You Sagittarius hanging around you will make them look bad. I've said this before. What most people want, put some game on you. What most people want, talking about they want a relationship, they want to stand next to somebody, Sagittarius, that is so celebrated and great to the point where it makes them look, it gives them a pass to look bad because, oh, you're standing next to Wesley Snipes, you're standing next to Cat Williams, you're standing next to Denzel, you're standing next to, any one of the greats, any one of the greats. I'm just naming names that, because it's in the zeitgeist. Everybody knows who it is that I'm talking about. So they want to be able to say, okay, well, you kind of, it's kind of okay for you to be bummy because you standing next to whatever, right? But with you, you're not known. You're not in the zeitgeist like that, right? A lot of you are not in the zeitgeist. A lot of you are not celebrities. You're celebrities amongst people who know you. And the neighbor or the community or the neighborhood that you grew up in, they know you. But as far as mainstream, as far as the zeitgeist, right? The watching you on television and now people adopting certain things and certain mannerisms and the things that you do because you gave that personality archetype to them and implanted, I ain't gonna say implanted it, but gave it to them to where they can take and use it in their own personalities. They won't feel good standing next to you because you are the living representation of not necessarily being a celebrity to still be successful. They don't like that because the world now and the chariot, Capricorn, Cancer, Crabs, opposite zodiac signs, right, on the same axis. This represents how, and that's okay, but it also represents the internal turmoil of your own personal relationship, Sagittarius, but it also represents why a lot of people are not even built to even stick it out with you. It's because everybody is talking about, I ain't gonna say everybody, that's a lie, but a lot of people are talking about how they don't want to deal with struggle of. But all it is that a lot of people do is deal with struggle of, because you don't want to deal with anybody that's on their grind. That's not what struggle of is. Oh, I don't want to deal with a person who's working a 9 to 5. What's wrong with a 9 to 5? My mom works a 9 to 5. What's wrong with a 9 to 5? But you'll hang out with a person who's selling what they selling. It's the idea of just the stupidity. You'll hang out with a person, you know what I mean, who, oh, they're an entrepreneur. That's not entrepreneurship. There is a whole, before I came to YouTube, I didn't know. Now that I've been here for some years now, there is a whole bunch of things that as an entrepreneur that you got to do in order to be a successful business. If you call yourself trying to provide a service or a product for the masses or other people, there is so much stuff. Selling what it is that you're selling on them street corners, that is not entrepreneurship. Show and prove. There's a certain element to it as far as of course, that goes with anything. But I'm talking about what it really represents when you take a step back. And it's the same kind of thing that I'm talking about. You Sagittarius have to come to the understanding that maybe you're just too good for certain people. The King of Pentacles. Move on to some people who you're not too good for. People that is on par with you, can actually keep up with you. Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, because you're going to continue to have this problem. Because the Eight of Wands represents candid discussions. Eight of Swords represents the same thing, but the Eight of Swords represents knowing where it is that you have to do the work. And part of you, Sagittarius, have to understand that where you're doing the work is the people that you hang around with. A lot of you Sagittarius got to get yourselves into the circle with people who are really doing something, who still have a soul, who still know what it's like to still relate to other people. Still down to earth. You understand what I'm saying? Not, still approachable, not just, you know what I mean? Somebody that is completely gone, completely lost it. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Page of Swords, the World again. Hierophant, right. King of Swords, Six of Pentacles, right. Says it all. Page of Swords, the World. Because all it is that they're going to be looking, because all it is that people who are really into struggle love, they're just looking for you to do everything. They have high expectations, but they don't ever actually want to return anything and be reciprocal at all. It's all about what it is that you, Sagittarius, are going to do for them. The Hierophant, the King of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles are all about how you, Sagittarius, know the difference between right and wrong. Y'all know the difference. Because y'all are very religious, a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are Christians. I find a lot of y'all are Catholics. But particularly Christian version of Christianity. Orthodox Christianity. A lot of you are, Not, hey, whatever. That's like politics. I'm staying away from that. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that a lot of you, and then the Hierophant backs that up. You know what I'm saying? But what the point that I'm trying to make here is that a lot of you know the difference between right and wrong anyway, or you're supposed to, because a lot of you tend to be religious. So that's one of the things that they're supposed to practice in religion anyway, is for you to have an internal moral compass. So you know the differences between what's right and what's wrong. You got to stop hanging out with people that misinterpret you, misuse you, disrespect you. A lot of you are in a crossroads right now where a lot of you Sagittarius, you are crossing over from the dysfunctionality and the struggle of, the real struggle of, to where a person to being open at the very least to finding someone that isn't going to give you struggle love, right? That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.